an Olympic journey surpassing all expectations. 18-year-old Sunisa Lee, the first Hmong American to compete in the Olympics, the first Asian American all-around champion, the youngest gymnast on Team USA, drenched in gold, silver, and bronze.
There was a point in time where I wanted to quit, and I just didn't think I would ever get here.
Her father, John, showing off the balance beam he built for his daughter when she was younger.
He couldn't afford a real one, so I built that for her, and as a kid, she enjoyed it.
No medal in her last event, but the shine of her accomplishments as bright as the spotlight she's brought to an often overlooked community.
We were in tears because with one action, she explains everything. She put us out there that we are people, we are human beings, we are a group, we are successful, we can do things.
Before last week, before Sunisa Lee, who was the most famous Hmong person?
I can't name a person.
Now, there's one name on everyone's lips.
Let's go, Sunisa! Go, Sunisa! We love you so much.
Hi, welcome to the Hmong Warsaw Festival.
Pride overflowing this weekend when thousands of Hmong Americans from all corners of the country descended on Wausau, Wisconsin. A celebration of traditional dances and songs, sports competitions, and food.
That was so good. That was delicious.
Keeping their colorful heritage alive for the next generation is key for this group to ensure their culture isn't lost to history.
All of the costumes, all of our Hmong traditional outfits, after 45 years plus of being in the U.S., I think we've made so much strides, and we're just so proud. And then to see this picture just made everything that much sweeter. Yes!
These are the kinds of events and stories that Bay Hmong TV anchor Padi Yang wants to share with the world.
We have a lot of good story, a lot of inspirational story. We have a lot of educational stuff that we need to teach our communities.
Sunisa's hometown of St. Paul, Minnesota has the largest concentration of Hmong Americans in the country, more than 80,000.
We have clinic, we have Hmong school, we have Hmong lawyer, Hmong doctors, we have Hmong business, we have Hmong mall.
It's challenging, but in a good way.
2 years ago, when Sunisa was just an Olympic hopeful and not known outside this tight-knit community, Padi interviewed her and her family.
I also knew she would go far because she got the right parent to support her. And I did her story because I want to inspire other young Hmong people that you can do something, you can become something.
Like Sunisa's parents, Padi came to the U.S. as a refugee following the so-called secret war in Southeast Asia. During the Vietnam War, the CIA recruited tens of thousands of Hmong farmers to help stop the spread of communism.
They were promised to be taken care of if anything happened.
So that promise wasn't kept?
It was not kept. And so we had to flee for our life because people starting to get persecuted. We left on foot, overnight decision, and we moved to Thailand, and that's where we lived for a while.
After pressure on the U.S. to live up to its side of the bargain, asylum was granted. Now, 90% of the ethnic group lives in the U.S.
Once we came to America as refugees, we found out that nobody knows us. We are not in the history. Nobody knew about us.
And yet, the Hmong community was never hiding. Does it feel a little weird that you're having to explain this stuff over and over again, in a way?
I would say disrespected and abandonment. Our parents, our grandparents, they have helped the Americans so much. And yet today, people still don't value the contribution.
There's no official flag or homeland, but a whole lot of grit and soul.
Mong yua chu lu mong, leng tu thia lu mong. It literally means that I got your back, you got my back. And if not, who will? We do things as a group, we support each other.
When the looting happened, I was probably 15 feet away.
That support was right there when Rob Yang needed it. Last June, when the Twin Cities were wrecked by the civil unrest following the death of George Floyd, Rob's shoe stores were one of the many Hmong-owned businesses ransacked, businesses which had already been suffering from the pandemic shutdown.
It symbolizes my American dream, They're eluding my American dream. All the hard work and sweat I poured into my business.
Following all that unrest, we saw an uptick in attacks on the Asian American community.
Yeah, my wife, she really doesn't feel safe going to the grocery stores, anymore by herself.
Rob came to the U.S. when he was 2. His family was part of the Hmong exodus from Southeast Asia. His father, one of the many recruited by the CIA.
I remember my parents telling us that when we came to the U.S., we had less than $1 to our name. When I graduated from college, my family's gift to me was $5,000. Just with a little bit of help, a little bit of support from my family, hey, this is what I built.
Even though Rob's store, Phenom, has faced setbacks, he's not deterred from trying to achieve his version of the American dream.
I want to show my kids that you're going to have obstacles in life, and you can either lay down or stand up and keep fighting. And I'm going to show them that I'm going to keep fighting.
You wouldn't be Hmong if you quit.
Right.
At what point did you start to embrace your community and start to really feel proud of being Hmong?
Once I started going to these Hmong festivals, kind of learning more of the history about the Hmong community and my people.
What it all means today is immense pride that Sunisa Lee, one of their own, now represents success for America as a whole.
She symbolizes who we are. Hard work pays off, and her story is my story. Her story is my kid's story.
We want to live the dream, to have a job, to own a good house, to have business. And so we're just like any other people. We share the same dream.
And even though it might start with Sunisa Lee, it certainly doesn't end there.
Exactly. There'll be more coming. There'll be more coming, so look out.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.